It's your boy, yeah, man. It's your boy Juice the MC, man. It's the Stm Radio Live in conjunction with the Payday Podcast. What's going on, bro?
Ain't shit, chilling. You know
Okay.
me, Mackin. Payday Podcast. Goosey Baby, holla at me on Twitter at GOOSEYBABBY.
You can holla at me at the Real Juice. That's GREALJUCE. Juice without the I, no I in team. You feel me?
Oh shit, that was smooth.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
good, man. I think we originally picked the topic. We wanted to go on some Ferguson shit and some of the different ideas and things that are coming out of Ferguson and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a lot of people that have been touching on this subject. You know, we never put our little point of view on it. You know what I mean? I think everybody should touch on the subject. Everybody doing the podcast and everything like that should definitely get a point of view on this topic right here at hand. You know? So
Yeah.
what have you been hearing about it?
Well, from what I've seen online, the most prominent thing I've been hearing is a lot of people saying it's time. Let's fire with fire. Let's fight fire with fire. They want to kill Mike Brown. Let's fucking burn down Connecticut. Let's kill all the white people in Connecticut, whatever state white people happen to be hiding out in. Or you hear, yo, fuck protesting. I don't want to protest. Y'all niggas should stop protesting. Protesting ain't gonna do nothing. Just keep living your life.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not about kill Whitey and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's not never the case. You know, you gotta look at the point at hand, man. This shit been happening for mad years, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? A lot of police been fucking us up and getting us we've been getting our ass whooped by police and all that shit. It's just thank God that we have cell phones and shit now. You know what I mean? To where motherfuckers can capture the ass whoopings and you know what I mean, and then use they shit like not just only for World Star and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Use it to make a purpose and take a stand about something. My original statement about the topic is I seen people down there rioting and burning up Walmarts and shit like that. Don't burn up the Walmart, nigga. Go burn up the precinct. You see what I'm saying? Go burn up them. Go burn up there. You know what I mean? Go burn up something that's gonna mean something to them. Like you see what I'm saying? Then motherfuckers will start acting right. You see what I'm saying? I heard them niggas had the National Guard out there. You see what I'm saying? And from the statistics of things, I heard it was only just like 4 people to get arrested from Ferguson itself. You know what I mean? So that means the outsiders are coming down there and causing the mischief and everything like that. You see what I'm saying?
I think, well, real people, if you really got your ear to the ground, you know what it is. If you watching Fox News got the facts all twisted the motherfucker up because I think a lot of people on the right, especially on the right, and people that have influence with Fox News and stuff like that, they want shit to go left. If shit go left, they win because you got a town full of poor people that you could just clear out and make a big ass mall if motherfuckers get crazy. You feel me? Imagine if there was actually, if people went down, because some people really do want to see civil war and are going down to Ferguson because they want civil war. They want white people to die. They feel like this is the only, not that they want white people to die, but because it goes both ways. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure the KKK gave that guy how much money in donations?
Yeah. But my thing is like it's not like I don't want to make it like yo kill Whitey because all white people are not bad, B. You see what I'm saying? All white people are not bad. Like it's not. That's not the case here. You see what I'm saying? It's the case here is people who's supposed to serve and protect are beating our ass and killing us. Like you see what I'm saying? Like it's too many pine boxes as a result of this situation right here, and it's really getting irritating to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers is wanting to go cause mischief. You see what I'm saying? Because of these type of things, because we ain't getting no justice. Niggas done tried the Martin Luther King route of things. It's time for us to do Malcolm X. You see what I'm saying? We trying to get on that Malcolm X shit. You know what I mean? Had a shotty by the fucking window because it's like motherfuckers is trying to take over just because they got a badge on. You know what I mean?
And that's exactly the case. You have people like Malcolm X that were towards the end of his career. He was more like, well, before he died, his ideas weren't kill Whitey. He abandoned that and welcomed white people to the struggle, because you need white people to go back and tell their racist friends, listen, like, really, what's the difference between you and Trayvon? Y'all both smoke weed, you both listen to rap music, you both like big booty bitches. There's no difference. You motherfuckers the same. The only difference is he lives over there, you live over there. It's the only fucking difference. What the issue is, where I think the issue is, it comes in the government, the way the government is set up. We need our government to represent who we are as a people, because America, we constantly changing. And to have a government that it takes 10 and 15, 20 years to make a minor change, that's not cool. That's not a good look. We got to be able to have the people's opinion instead of the people's representative. I say, like I was saying in the recent episode of the Payday, is that let's have a website where you go on there and vote. For instance, this whole thing with the militarizing the police, we voted our officials into office, so automatically we have the best judgment because we have our interests at heart. You feel me? Where we see that a lot of these politicians, they don't have it. They trying to get that money. So let's make a website and let's let people vote on shit like getting tanks and shit out of Ferguson and sending all that shit that we got, selling that shit or whatever, getting that shit the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, like, back to the Malcolm X thing, like a lot of people now talking about how blacks be killing blacks and things of that nature. Malcolm got killed by his own people. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, I mean, when's the violence gonna stop? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, as long as the earth keep turning on its axis, it's like motherfuckers gonna keep killing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just cause Pookie killed Shamar down the block and shit doesn't mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean like you can compare that to a cop killing the kid, because at the end of the day, like, them are people that's supposed to serve and protect. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's their job. Like, their job is to not kill black people. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, people are gonna sell drugs. When there's business, drug selling, and all this other foolishness, people gonna die. Not just black people, but white people as well.
Let me touch on that real quick. But it's not even just about the drugs and all that. You see what I'm saying? Because a motherfucker can just die, somebody looking at him wrong or some shit like that. There's a lot of this. I don't want to just charge it to just motherfuckers hustling on the street, because I see a lot of niggas doing that. Like, they just charging it to motherfuckers dealing drugs and this, that, and the third. Sometimes some motherfucker can get shot and don't even have to be involved in that. Just the environment that they're around and they're in. Somebody can catch a fucking stray out of nowhere. You know what I mean? That's just the society that we live in. But it's never supposed to come from the people that's supposed to serve and protect us. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas, I pay my taxes, you pay your taxes, everybody pay their taxes for these motherfuckers to, you know, do their job. You know what I mean? And for the protection. I don't want to live in a world with no police. I'm being honest. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to have to be carrying my fucking gun everywhere I go just because I'm afraid that I'm, like, to fear for my life and shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta really be knowledgeable on these type of things and really speak your mind, like, because it's like a lot of motherfuckers they talking and they not really making sense. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I dig what you're saying. I wasn't really trying to say. I was just saying that just if you in the lower income communities, a lot of people do drugs or sell drugs. You feel me? And a lot of people die because of drugs, and other reasons, but black on black crime doesn't exist. If you go to England, those motherfuckers, they have them white gangs and shit like that, and they fight and they kill each other. People kill each other. That's just the reality of it. People will kill other people. We're gonna have, sometimes you look at a person, you don't like them, and there's some people that look at a person that they don't like and they think,
or they can't beat them. Or they can't, you know what I mean? So they look at it like they got to get him out of here, and that's just how society is. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make it right. I'm not saying that makes it right, but at the end of the day, you can't sit up there and charge that to the game and say, yo, listen, okay, this is a reason why that police can kill black men because we're killing each other. How stupid does that sound? Like, that sounds crazy. Like when niggas even come up with shit like that, it baffles me, and I'll be like, yo, niggas need to shoot you. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, real
You
talk.
spreading misinformation, my nigga.
I'm not. No, because it's like at the end of the day, you should be shot and see how that shit felt to lose some for you, and see how your family feel to lose somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when somebody is shot, if and they lose that person, that hurt, that feeling, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas sitting up there talking that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And especially when you lose somebody to injustice, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, his family lost their son, like, to that. That's crazy, my nigga. Like, you see what I'm saying? To people who's supposed to serve and protect. You understand what I'm saying?
First off, my first thing is that we don't know exactly what the fuck happened. So, you know what I mean? I don't really get into that because it's like we don't really know what happened. We're not going to really get a full picture of until we get people in the courtroom on the oath telling their story. You feel me?
Let me tell you something. I don't care if the nigga hit the cop upside the head with a billy club or with his fist or whatever the case may be. I don't care if he was running like how he said he was running and shit. They didn't find no weapon. That's the key. That's the key word. Weapon. You see what I'm saying? When they just shot another nigga like 2 weeks ago because he charged at the cops with a knife. You see what I'm saying? He said, "Shoot me, motherfuckers! Shoot me, motherfuckers!" You see, a lot of niggas ain't talking about him because he was in the wrong. He charged at them with a weapon. You understand what I'm saying? Weapon is the key word. You see what I'm saying? Don't get that word out your head. He didn't have no weapon. So why is he dead? Like, that don't make it doesn't matter what the circumstances was. A lot of people send up to say, we don't know the case, we don't know. We know enough. The nigga didn't have no weapon. You know what I mean? That like, I'm not no expert in police. I ain't go to school to be a police officer, nothing like that. But I know a little bit about it. Like, I know, like, you're not supposed to, like, deadly force is supposed to be the last thing. You see what I'm saying?
All right, cool. And I respect that. But what I'll say to you is I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick.
Yeah.
For instance, when you was a kid or when you was younger, I'm sure your mom or whatever, some elder was told you, listen, these police out here ain't shit. If they pull up on you, play it cool, put your hands up, don't be a tough guy. Correct?
Absolutely.
That was what you learned growing up, and it's fucked up that you had to learn it. But the truth about it is, you were raised knowing this, and you know how the world operates.
Absolutely.
Now I'm gonna go into the specifics of, or what, quote unquote, what we know. Right? One, you got the fact that there was a scuffle.
Yeah.
There shouldn't have been a scuffle. If the cop grabbed him, even if you ain't do shit, you should have let the motherfucker do what he was doing. Okay, you want to take me to jail for jaywalking, my nigga? Alright.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
But wait, but let me finish. But this is what I have a point here, right? I don't want to say he attacked the officer, but he put himself in a position where, like look at, there was only 2 eyewitnesses. I'm not exactly. Was it like 8? It's like 7 and 2 or something like that. I don't know. Yeah,
it's just a bunch.
It's sketchy.
It's a bunch of niggas trying to be famous. That's what it looked like to me. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, a lot of motherfuckers, they stories is, some of them is matching up, and some of them. My main point of the matter is like, he should have just let him do what he was going to do, whatever the case may be. But in the same instance, though, that
he wasn't armed. I got you.
He wasn't armed, kid.
But this is what I'm gonna say to you, right? If this cop is a racist motherfucker, right? And we know that a lot of people that are racist under the covers, behind the scenes, not blatant racist, right? And they'll use their position and they'll use the fact that, hey, I'm not a racist. You know what I mean? They'll pervert that shit to their benefit. Now, once he did that shit, the law states that if an officer is allowed to use deadly force, if they believe that the person had committed a violent felony, and also if the officer believes that he was in fear of his life, right? Now, that first initial struggle, now you got the officer saying, "Oh, he was reaching for my gun," right? And I think also allegedly or whatever, because there's no pictures. I don't want to say it happened, but the officer allegedly got thumped up or whatever the case is, or something like that. And then he left or whatever. Mike Brown ran away, and then allegedly he charged him coming back, right? Now
that don't make no sense.
I mean, one, we don't know that. We don't know what makes sense because me and you aren't witnesses. We getting second, third-hand information. Yeah. And like you said, you got niggas that's trying to be famous. We not really gonna know. We need shit to settle and all the stories to come, all the facts to come out, so we get a better idea. But what I'm saying is legally, with that cop saying that he initially assaulted him in the beginning, it makes him okay. If the cop can prove that he assaulted him, that is a violent felony. And if they can also prove, that's the second part, is that he charged the officer. If they could prove that, then that's it. That is it.
But look, bro, what he charged him with though?
That's no, listen, that's another thing. It doesn't matter if he didn't have a gun. It doesn't matter if the nigga had a plastic spoon in his hand and he's like, "I'ma eat you." If you run towards a police officer, bro, listen, wait. He can tase him, right? If you on drugs, if you on PCP, my nigga, if you 220, 6'3", and you on PCP, my nigga, you are Superman. And that's the facts of life. And you could say that the cop and the shit against cops will not shoot to wound. That's 99% of cops is not shooting to wound. If they shooting at you, my nigga, they are shooting to kill you. Yeah, if you're running away from the cops and they're shooting, my nigga, don't stop running. Keep running. Yeah. If you're running from the cops and they're shooting, keep going, because they are going to kill you. And if there's no such thing as shooting to wound. Whenever an officer has shot to wound, they get sued. So because of that, they're not gonna, you know what I mean? They're not gonna shoot to wound you, my nigga. They're gonna kill you. You know what I mean? It makes shit simple, because then you don't have a witness to say, "Oh, X, Y, and Z happened." Just killing you is the simple solution to the fucking problem. But the officer's thing will be, he doesn't know if he's on drugs.
True indeed. I mean, at the end of the day, man, like, and then the way they had the nigga laying out on the street, you know what I mean? He looking at, like, the way it was looking, it just looked at like, you know, they killed the nigga. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, we don't know the story. Yeah, true indeed. But my main thing is that deadly force is supposed to be the last order option. You see what I'm saying? I seen a nigga on World Star, and this is probably like a bad example, or maybe, you see what I'm saying, whatever, but I seen a nigga on World Star, and he was beating up the cop. You see what I'm saying? Him and the cop was getting into it. The cop didn't pull out no gun and try to shoot him. You feel me? He didn't pull out his gun. He pulled out his billy club and started whooping his ass. You see what I'm saying? Like, I prefer something like that. You know what I mean? Because you got to protect yourself. Absolutely, I agree with protecting yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, like I can say in my lifetime, no cop never hit me. You see what I'm saying? Because of the simple fact is, I know how to handle myself under them circumstances. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I got took into the precinct before. You see what I'm saying? I done got cuffs put on me before. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, you know, you got to know how to handle those type of situations. You know what I mean?
And honestly, I do think that officers should be able to handle themselves better. But the truth about it is, when you have such a low starting salary in places like New York and other places, you're not going to get the best candidates. And at the end of the day, we got a government where people, for instance, how many jobs you got off a reference, like you knew somebody and they hooked you up, and maybe you wasn't even qualified for the job. Yeah, and in a lot of instances that happens within our government. So it's like you got a whole bunch of people that maybe, you know what I mean, like, let's say if I'm a racist judge, I'm not going to be hanging out with the cool, hip, lefty, you know what I mean, has black friends, loves listening to jazz music lawyer kid. Like, I'm not gonna really fuck with him. I'm gonna fuck with the nigga that listens to country music and hates niggas just as much as I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be the guy that I promote. That's why I say,
hold on one second, Ghost. Yeah, my fault.
It's all good, but you know what I mean? What, like, I want to one thing I want to get across is that our government is not working, is not convenient. Okay, slow for that. Our government isn't working efficiently, and a lot of things in the government is leading to misconceptions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the way shit is set up for a cop, it really is easy for him to get off by just shooting you. That has to change. The fact that we got cops that's bipolar, crazy as fuck, that shit got to change. We got to get people out in the field that can handle themselves. You understand what I'm saying? We need people that could think under pressure. We need officers that's not afraid to put the gun in the holster and, like you said, pull out that billy club, let the motherfucker, oh yeah, you want some problems? Let's fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we need. And it's and also putting people in that. Think about being a cop. Imagine working, I don't know how many days a week a cop work, but maybe they should work less hours, and maybe we should pay them more and cut down the size of the force that we have now. You know what I mean? With all these different cameras and shit that we got all over the place.
Yeah.
We got people, we have monitors, you know what I mean? We got eyes looking. What we need is more of the, you know, we need people that can enforce the law swiftly and with good judgment. We got to change, like, who the fuck's idea was it to give police military equipment? That's not a good fucking idea. And that goes back to us, the people, voting instead of politicians who are getting paid bread. They're getting kickbacks, and you know, some of them are batshit fucking crazy.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, the situation in Ferguson is fucked up. But on one hand, I'm glad cases like that in Eric Gardner happened, because it opened up the floor to, yo, our justice system is fucked up. And anyone that's listening, please check out. Russell Simmons has this new thing, and he's trying to he's focusing on that, fixing the justice system, because we have a justice system that's tossing young black and Latino and men in prison for smoking weed and shit like that, or selling cocaine and shit like that, which, if you really look at it, they're selling a drug to someone who wants it. They're not killing, you know, unless someone, you know, takes over the spot or whatever the case is. But for the most part, then it's non-violent. It's a non-violent offense. So why are you hunting down these people for non-violent offenses? And the way everything's set up is so fucked up, and it looks almost like someone did it on purpose. Like,
yeah, I mean,
if you get sent up top, the money that your community's supposed to be getting, that tax revenue, is not gonna be there. That money is going up top with you.
Yeah, that's a whole look, bro. That's a whole nother topic. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, but that's the thing. It's all the same thing.
You know why? Because that right there. Like, when I start talking about shit like that, I start to get a little testy, because that's $1 billion business itself. You see what I'm saying? The prison system is $1 billion business. You understand what I'm saying? They'll do anything to fill themselves up. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, you know how many innocent men that got off? And then you know how many murders is still out on the streets? You understand what I'm saying? And, like, it's like, come on, man. It's like, at the end of the day, you got to really just, you know, be you and stop trying to, you know, and stop trying to live that life if you ain't about that life. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If you're a person that that understands your consequences and doesn't mind the consequences, then by all means do what you do. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But a lot of these niggas ain't built like that. A lot of these niggas ain't willing to, you know, deal with those consequences. You know what I mean? And then they put themselves in certain positions where it's to be killed, to kill or be killed. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and it's just unfortunate that this incident right here, like, you know what I'm saying, it's somebody lost their life too soon because of whatever. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was or whatever the case may be. But he didn't have no weapon. He was unarmed. You see what I'm saying? And like to shoot a nigga, just to shoot a nigga 8 times, kid.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I don't care if a nigga charged at you, this, that, and the third. And it was only him who busted his gun. It's not like it was 2 officers. It was 1 officer who busted his gun 8 times, kid. 8 times, kid. Like after the first 4 shots, the nigga down. You understand what I'm saying? So that means you had to stand over him and bust like 4 more times.
See, and that's my shit. If they find that this motherfucker walked up on him and let off a few more shots, that officer should definitely should face charges, because that shows maliciousness. Like, after the motherfucker is down on the ground in his chancletas, not moving, why the fuck would you continue to shot him? Because some people even saying that those last few shots were in the head. Like, you downed him, and then you said, fuck it, I'm going to finish him off.
Yeah, man. It's just a sad story and shit, you see what I'm saying? And it's just like, at the end of the day, you know what I mean, when are we going to get justice, you know what I mean, for black people? I don't want to make this a race thing, because I don't even know if the cop who shot him is a racist. You understand what I'm saying? So, like at the end of the day, he probably just made a mistake. In the heat of the moment, people react differently. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, I'm not giving I'm not giving no, I'm not saying what is right, what he did and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, these is people who need more training. You understand what I'm saying? These is people who need, like, you know what I mean, a mental evaluation to be a cop. I hope it's like, I never went to the academy or nothing like that, but I hope there's a certain spot in there where they have a mental evaluation. You know what I mean? I was talking to a retired police officer in my building and shit, and the nigga was telling me that he used to do all types of shit, all types of coke and all types of this shit while he was on the job. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, like, if you're admitting this to me and you're a retired PD, like how many motherfuckers like out there is doing the same thing? You see what I'm saying? A lot of them niggas be skied up, be on their shift dope nodding and shit, and then you got to think about that, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, was you under the influence? Do these niggas get drug tested like we would if we was in this position? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? I heard they go to these little counselings. He's saying, oh yeah, they sent him upstate to some little counseling shit for like 3 months, and then he came back and he's doing desk duty for like 3 months and shit. And then he was back on the job. Like, I'm like, what? but if you catch me with a gram in my pocket, you try to send me up north for a grant.
Exactly. You not there's no system to try to help people that might be on drugs. You just shipping them straight to jail. And the thing about it is, when you say justice, the only way people are going to get justice, if we really want justice for Trayvon or whoever, if you believe that, you know, the crimes were committed against them unjustly, is you change the system. You work towards changing the system. Because if black and brown people don't try to change the system, nobody else is going to change the system for us. You know what I mean? When somebody says some sideways shit, or something is going to affect a Jewish person some type of way, or whatever person, them motherfuckers go, nah, they got their lawyers on it ASAP.
Absolutely.
You know, and you know, people say there's no black community, and I think that could be traced back to COINTELPRO and how, you know, the government, the DEA and the FBI, some people believe, funneled drugs into the community. And it's been proven that there were hearings on it. I don't know if you've seen a video of the hearings, and they're basically reading some of the files on COINTELPRO and how all the different research that the FBI was doing about the black community, and how they was using that. Like, I think one of the officers that was a part of it, that was basically one of the black officers that got recruited to infiltrate the Black Panther Party and SNCC and all these other different organizations. He said, he said there was white FBI agents that knew more Miles Davis jams than he did.
Wow.
You feel me? Because and again, I go over the shit in the podcast. It's like there's shit that they were doing that that was just straight down conniving. You feel me? So it was like for instance, they set up regional commanders, I think they called them, and basically the regional commander was basically the biggest drug dealer.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So they pick a guy, you know, you get the connect, like basically on some paid in full shit. Like you basically bump into Loki, he goes, take that, let's see what you could do with it. And once you start getting that money and you driving a big car, you attract attention. People start saying, oh, look at him, and they want to sell drugs like you, or they get a taste of the drugs that you giving them because you saying, hey, you broke, you ain't got no job. They Friday.
Yeah. They bring that shit over here, B. They bring it over here. It's not us. We don't have we don't have the resources to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like that goes back that goes back to what I was saying from the gate. You know what I mean? The jail system is $1 billion business. Like, because of the simple fact is white. I mean, I don't want to say just specifically white people, it's the government bringing that shit over here. You know what I mean? You think if I had a connect somewhere outside and I knew it was a way I can get that shit back in, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. A motherfucker, a drug dealer or somebody, like you think the nigga's not gonna try? Mm-hmm. You think a nigga's not gonna try? Come on, it's like be real. Be real at the end of the day. That doesn't make it right. No, I'm not saying that makes it right, but at the end of the day is we do these things knowing the consequences, and a lot of people do shit and don't understand the consequences. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If that man, the realest shit I heard that man, I'm talking about back to the Michael Brown thing, and the realest thing I heard that man mother said was like, yo, if my son was in the wrong, he would have just had to take that as a man. You understand what I'm saying? Mm. But if he wasn't wrong, then the cop should be charged. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I don't care what nobody say. Every mother know their child. You understand what I'm saying? And they know if their child was in the wrong, and they know if their child is doing, you know what I mean, whatever. You see what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't think all mothers is gonna be like, yeah, maybe he was doing some shit. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, your son just died. After your son just died, I don't think anybody's gonna be like, yeah, wasn't exactly a saint. She gonna be like, my baby. I miss him. I'm not trying to hear what his mother got to say about it. Truthfully, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I don't think his mother gonna give me an objective answer of like who her son actually was. Now, when you got shit, and I don't give a fuck about all the other shit. Again, some people saying that he stole the cigarillos. Other people saying he didn't steal the cigarillos. Now, I don't give a fuck. That shit don't got nothing to do with the fact that he got shot and he was unarmed. If he had a little scuffle with the police, nigga, fuck you. Why are you grabbing me? It's natural for a human being. If you walking down the street and you ain't doing shit, and then some cop come harass you, man, after you done been harassed 1,000 times, bro, I'm walking home. My house is right there. I can see my front door. I can smell what's for dinner. And you trying to harass me? That would upset you too if some motherfucker almost hit you with a car and then grabbed you by the arm. You know what I mean?
Listen. If he stole something, and they was in pursuit of him, they wasn't wrong. You see what I'm saying? Up until the point when the police pulled out his gun and shot this man. You see what I'm saying? He was wrong. That's the part where he became wrong. You understand what I'm saying? If you steal anything and police are in pursuit of you, you're not wrong. That's part of the risk.
Nah, but the thing about it is the cop didn't even know that he stole those, allegedly stole those cigarillos, because I think even the clerk said he didn't steal it. I guess maybe because in the video you see him grab two, but he didn't have money, so he gave him one. I guess the clerk misinterpreted that and thought that maybe he did, so that's when that original altercation happened, and that's a possibility. And that's very much a possibility. That's just as much a possibility as him stealing it, because there's no sound. It's not like you hear him say, fuck you, motherfucker, you ain't getting your money, blah 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 blah. You just see what happened. So you don't know how the clerk perceived it. You don't know how he perceived it. You don't know how, and originally the person who called the police wasn't even the store clerk. It was someone inside the store. So you got three different point of views going on right there.
So you probably never know. He probably been going to that store for years. You see what I'm saying? And they probably be holding them down. Like, all right, yo, listen, I'll take this one. Just give me 2. You know what I mean? I'll come back and I'll pay you the rest. A nigga did that yesterday when I was in the store.
I see motherfuckers go, yo, hold me down on $2. The clerk say, yo, nah, you good. And then the motherfucker might just be, and homie will be like, nah, fuck you, I'll give you your $2 later, and walk out the store. But deadass give him the $2. Sometimes people just talk nasty to each other in the hood. That's just how it goes down. You see, but curse at each other. You know what I mean? So my whole thing is like, just because it look a certain way, you don't understand the culture, so it's gonna look funny to you. But to us, that's just regular everyday shit.
Yeah, but to a motherfucker who don't understand that, you see what I'm saying? That's where the problem arises. You know what I mean? They'll be in the back, ducking behind the bread, like, oh shit, 911, this guy's in here stealing, ducking behind the bread and shit. Like, yo, this guy's stealing this shit. You see what I'm saying? That's the people who don't understand that. You understand what I'm saying? A nigga, like, I lied to you now. I was in the store. Was it today? It was today, actually. I was in the store today, and the nigga came in with a Teflon hat on. I guess he was just coming from work or whatever, or whatever the case may be. He was like, "Yo, Aki, let me get a water, like a Poland Spring water, $2, dollar. You know what I mean? $1 waters actually." And Aki was like, "Go ahead, man. Just bring me my money back." You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you see a nigga, if you in the back and you didn't hear Aki say that, and you see a nigga just come in there and take a water and walk the fuck out the store, you see what I'm saying? Should that be your right to call police on that, man? Like, everybody want to be a police officer, but then, you know what I mean? They don't want to go to the academy. If you want to be a police officer, go to the academy. Other than that, mind your fucking business. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, like this is the world we live in, man. Like, a lot of people gonna commit crimes, a lot of people are not gonna commit crimes. Certain things gonna look a certain way, and it may not be that way. But a lot of people always wanna police shit and do the police job. I'm paying taxes not for you, and I'm not paying my taxes to you. I'm paying taxes to these niggas, man. You see what I'm saying?
It's all one cause. We all paying taxes because we in this shit together.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not paying taxes for you to kill me. You feel me? Come on, man. Like, really? Like, I'm giving you my money and you killing me?
He shouldn't even stop them. He shouldn't even stop them.
It's like, that's a whole nother topic, man. That's a whole sensitive subject. You know what I mean? But I think we, you know, touched on this subject enough.
But fuck that. I want to talk about these niggas out here saying that we don't gotta protest. Protesting ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah. I mean,
my nigga, if niggas wasn't protesting, your ass wouldn't have a right to vote. If people weren't standing up for what they believe in and saying, yo, government, this shit is fucked up, guess what? Your ass would be in chains probably still. Because you just want to make believe like there's no issue. There's definitely an issue. You know what I mean? There's an issue. There's an issue with this government. There's an issue with the way black people are perceived and portrayed in the media. There's all types of shit going on. So just not doing anything is not an option. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, me personally, like, protesting. What type of protesting do you approve of? A peaceful one or a non-peaceful one?
I think if you angry, you should show them and let the motherfuckers know you angry. Lighting the store on fire, go for it. I say, fuck it. Wait till there's no cops in the police station. Light the motherfucking police station on fire. Burn that shit down, and then send the insurance company a letter like, this is why we burnt the shit down. There's some douchebags that occupy that space. Yeah. We don't fuck with them. What is it? P.S. whatever, the arsonist. No, sincerely, the arsonist. Or whatever, some shit. Send them a letter and let them know, yo, anytime if you rebuild this building, we're gonna burn that shit down again because we don't fuck with them. You know what I mean? But also, I think the most important part, what people are missing, is the fact that you gotta focus. We gotta get the lawyers within the community to say to help weed out and show, okay, this law, that law, is fucking us over here. This law is fucking us over there, and put together some type of proposal. Like, first off, we gotta end the war on drugs. I think that should be the first shit. You know what I mean? Because
absolutely.
I think the first thing should be, before we got lawyers looking and nitpicking and trying to decide how we, the different ways we legally fucked over, war on drugs must end. End that shit. If you want to get high, go for it. You feel me? Go for it. Feel me?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Like, I mean, I'm a strong advocate in that. You see what I'm saying? I feel like, they put cigarettes on here. Motherfuckers is brought up to know that cigarettes give you cancer. And, and some people still go out and buy cigarettes. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's just the nature. It's just the nature of how we do shit. You see what I'm saying? You only get a lot of motherfuckers look at life like you only get one life. You understand what I'm saying? So I rather go through life and try every fucking thing that I want to try. You see what I'm saying? To say I have not tried this, and a lot of people that they don't understand, like, what I mean, this is just the way of life. They try to put restrictions on a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, they don't know, like they're just inciting motherfuckers to do whatever they want anyway. You know what I mean? A lot of people are grown. A lot of people look at life like, yo, we're grown. Like how you gonna tell me what I can and cannot do? Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, a lot of Uncle Sam way of doing that is just to try to tax everything. You see what I'm saying? It's just all about trying to tax it. You think if they could make crack legal, like they just trying to find a way to, to tax it. You see what I'm saying? If they can make crack legal, they would. They can make weed legal. You see how they made it legal in Colorado? You see what I'm saying? Because they found a way to tax it.
But this is the thing, we know how to tax shit. Americans been making money forever. You feel me? We've been having popping new products forever. You feel me? There's already a set market price for the ounce of weed, for down to the gram. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
if you look at the statistics in places where, like Uruguay, where they completely legalized it, or Denver, where they legalize weed, and the rates of use have not gone up. The people that are using drugs are gonna use drugs, and sending them to prison is not gonna help. You got to get those people. You know what I mean? You got to get those people help. Now, if you're worried about them, say, doing something like maybe, I like to smoke crack. I don't like to smoke crack alone. None of my crackhead friends like smoking with me because I'm a greedy ass crackhead. And you going around inciting people to do crack and shit like that. One, not everyone is gonna get addicted the first time that they do crack. You understand? Some people, the addiction, the research on addiction it's based and is different from person to person. Some people smoke crack today, go to work tomorrow. Some people gotta smoke crack today, gotta smoke crack tomorrow, gotta smoke crack on Thursday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So some people function. Some people function well on that shit too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not about the drug per se. It's about Uncle Sam trying to find a way to make money off of it. You see what I'm saying? They're drug dealers just as well as a nigga on the street is a drug dealer. You see what I'm saying? If you really want to be technical, they just trying to figure out a way to justify it, and so when the motherfucker gets taken down for not living by the laws, they want to be able to say, all right, this is the way it's supposed to be. This is how we can win this case in court. You see what I'm saying? And then it goes back to what I said earlier, like, motherfuckers, the jail system is $1 billion business. You see what I'm saying? I mean, if they legalize every fucking drug in the book, like, what do we have to charge niggas over? Just murders?
Exactly. Then you got to shrink the police force.
Everybody's not a killer. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's not a killer. Everybody don't want to. Everybody can't. Everybody ain't got the heart for that. You see what I'm saying? So they got to make up other laws for other things that people can break. You see what I'm saying? So they can send your ass to jail and fill that cell.
No, but this is the thing, is if we just had a government that was controlled by the people instead of certain individuals that make rules, we trust certain people to make rules. You know what I mean? Because that's basically what it is. We say, hey, you can make the rule on who goes to jail, where they go to jail, how they go to jail. And then that person, you know what I mean? If I'm a rich motherfucker, I'm like, I can make some money here. Like, I see some money here. You feel me?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like topsy-turvy with that, because a lot of people act off emotions. You understand what I'm saying? They don't act off of what's right and what's wrong. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people like, oh that motherfucker. Like you see, you ever seen? And this is probably, I don't know. And this is probably going all the way left. You see what I'm saying? But you ever seen Maury when motherfucker come out and the girl be like, oh, that nigga, he's the father. Da, 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 da. All the crowd is booing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? and then when it said, Maury be like, yo, you are not the father. The crowd start cheering the nigga. You see what I'm saying? It's like motherfuckers is acting off emotions. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't think that's right. You see what I'm saying? When it comes down to the society, you see what I'm saying? And just because a motherfucker said, yo, you're on trial for this, doesn't necessarily mean that man actually committed that. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No doubt, and you're right. People definitely will go based off emotion, but if we also have a branch of government that goes the way the internet is set up now, if we had Obamacare, right? For instance, if you put all the pros and all the cons of Obamacare right in front of a person, and it's the government that's governed by us, that's governed by people and not just individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And you could trust that list of pros and cons, like everything that you saw on that pros and cons list was true. You know what I mean? It said, well, listen, if we don't do Obamacare, a lot of people aren't going to have health insurance, and that's going to do this, and that's going to do that. And if we do have Obamacare, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, right? Mm-hmm. And you could go on the website, you could look at that, you could watch that video real quick, and then you could go, okay, you can make a decision, and you could vote on it, informed. You could have that shit in a trillion languages, you feel me? No problem. Ask the porn motherfuckers, them niggas that do porn, they good at that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Ask Google to set it up. I know Google would love to set that shit up. You understand? We do banking online. We have sex online. We go shopping online. We live our lives online. Why the fuck can't we vote online?
I mean, true indeed. I mean, I think they starting to implicate things like that too. Anyway, though, you see what I'm saying. But my thing is where's the like everything is economical. Like they trying to look for ways to make money off of everything. And if it ain't no way for them to make money off that shit, you see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. We got to change that. We got to take those people out there that just want money and change that. If we don't change that, then of course we're going to have fuckery. That's why I say, like, right now, the earliest things that we could do is stand up at all those people in Ferguson and be like, yo, stop this war on drugs because y'all are focusing on us and it's stopping us from being able to make progress. And that shit dead it. Body cameras, I think body cameras is good because it gives a little bit more of it gives the public a legal tool to say, yo, cop, you're an asshole. And in places where they implement it, it's helped somewhat with, cop people relations, because a cop that's going to be an asshole isn't going to roll up on you, you know what I mean, and be a straight dick to you with his camera on his shirt, because then he could, face some charges. You understand what I'm saying? And people like, oh, he could turn it off, he could do this, he could do that. But if a cop is constantly, his camera is constantly being fucked up, or whatever the case is, then it's gonna look funny on him. If the footage disappears, where the fuck? How did the footage disappear to? You understand what I'm saying? And when you got companies like I think Google in New York City, they want to take over the old payphones and turn it into Wi-Fi stations. Shit, you could have that shit go straight to the motherfucking cloud, and before the motherfucker could even have a chance to do something and modify it, it'll be too late. It's already on the cloud. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's good for the meantime. But like I said, I think we have to first end shit like Citizens United and all these other laws that have been screwing us over, and we got evidence that are screwing us over, and we got to get these politicians that's just telling us what they have to tell us to get in office, like Obama did, like everyone else did. It's not like Obama's the only one. You feel me? I voted for Obama twice, and I'm gonna keep it a racket because he was black, and I was like, hey, fuck it. Well, if I'm gonna have a puppet master, why not have a black puppet master?
I mean, any puppet master is a bad puppet. But
I mean, hey, listen, I'm just saying. At the end of the day, it's a good look to have a black president.
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole nother avenue.
And he was preaching change. I thought he was real about that change shit. I was like, oh damn. I was like, that shit had me. I was like, yo, I think everybody in America was like, shit gonna change.
I mean,
you know what I mean? And ain't nothing change, bro.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm gonna keep it so 1,000 with the people out there, and then we gonna wrap this up after this. I'm gonna like the last 8 years of my life since Obama been in office has been hell. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just now starting to feel like, you know what I'm saying, more good about life and shit like that. But the last 8 years, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this all due because like, I'm not gonna say I gotta charge it to him the reason why it's been like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want everybody to feel like just because we got a black president, everybody's supposed to be you know what I mean? That's never the case, you know what I mean? I was more in tune with the idea of just, like I think Chris Rock said it the best, like when he was like rolling through the fucking book, white, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it was Cat Williams who said this. He's like white, all right, black. You see what I'm saying? And it's like I was more in favorable of that. Just us having something in history to be, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? To be like, all the black children, you can become president if you want to. You just gotta have the right mind state. You see what I'm saying? And and he wasn't all the way black. I want a brother in there. Like I want I want a brother, nigga, black father, black mother.
I feel you, but if someone was preaching what Obama was preaching and he had blonde hair and blue eyes, I would have voted for him if Obama was preaching that Mitt Romney shit. You feel me? If the motherfuckers switched bodies or McCain switched bodies, McCain would have got my vote if he was preaching all that change stuff. You know what I mean? Because that's what people want. Everyone knows that we need change. It's just that not everyone is educated because our education system is shitty. So not everyone is educated and everyone works. So I just don't have time to learn about that shit.
I just posted a video on Facebook like about, I think it was yesterday, and it was a blonde haired white kid. You see what I'm saying? He was in a class and the teacher, like, he was tight. He walked to the front of the classroom and he was like, "Yo, motherfuckers can't learn." And he didn't use this exact words, but I'm talking like how he's like, "Motherfuckers can't learn if all you doing is giving out packets." You know what I'm saying? And I felt him. I really felt it because it's like, yo, looking back on my high school years, like I got a lot of packets, man. like I didn't get a yo, this how this goes, this how that goes, this how this goes, this how that goes. I got a packet like yo, do this, and it just felt so crazy to hear, like, you know what I mean, him say the certain shit the way he said it, and he wasn't really harsh about it. He kept it real political. Yeah. And then he said thank you you should say thank you to this lesson that I'm giving you, and if you want another one, I'll come back and show you that.
And you know what, I respect that kid, and what I love, and I'm glad that story got out on the internet, and I love the fucking internet because the internet is giving people the tools to teach themselves, and even though we not getting
Yeah, we straight.
Oh, okay. So yeah. and you know what I mean, I'm seeing what's all these things.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but I'm back. I'm back, right?
Yeah. You good? It's just that I keep seeing shit pop up, but.
I was trying to see if I could pull up the video actually and show it to people, but go ahead. Yeah.
So it's like people could teach themselves, and I think that, like, I talked to my little cousin, and she's brilliant. Like, you talk to these little kids and they're really smart because they don't have to wait for you to teach them anything. They got the internet to spark their thirst for knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? And Absolutely. They can Google something and find stuff out. And that's when I look forward to the future, that's something that warms my heart, because I'm like, yo, even though Obama wasn't able to bring us that change, or not able, but I don't even know. I don't even want to go into that. That's some completely different shit. Because at the end of the day, he's a politician. You can't trust them niggas. His wife is a lawyer. Lawyers lie, my nigga, and we all know.
Absolutely. And
You
and on that note, you see what I'm saying? You know, we're gonna wrap this thing up. You know what I mean?
word.
This has been a wonderful conversation. You know, Stm Radio Live. You know what I mean? In conjunction with my man Goozy Baby, the Payday Podcast. You know.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? You can once again you can follow me on Twitter. You see what I'm saying? That's at the Real Juice. That's TheRealJuice without the I, cause there ain't no I in team. And Google's got.
You can holler at me on Twitter at Goosey Baby. That's at GOOSEYBABBY. The Payday Podcast is on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Payday Podcast. All together. YouTube, you could go to YouTube/Payday Podcast all together. And we got a lot of heat coming for you. Lately, it's just been me, but we're definitely getting more organized. I got my fancy ass mics coming in the motherfucking mail, so I'm gonna be shooting this message off into space real soon. So just keep an eye out for the Payday Podcast, and we're gonna try to keep it as real as possible with you.
Absolutely, and also, I mean, I do a radio show every Thursday from 6 to 8 on 87radio.com. That's 8, the number 8, IGHTY, the number 7, EVEN radio.com. So make sure y'all tune in, you know what I mean, and hear your boy, talk some real shit, and play some wonderful music. All independent artists, y'all can send y'all music to Juice Music. Once again, it's Juice without the I. music@gmail.com. You know what I mean? All independent artists, y'all welcome. You see what I'm saying? To sing y'all music, and I'll play it live on the air for y'all. But we signing out, man. It's your boy.
Ow.